Hello, and welcome to Hausmann Industries. In today's video, we're going to show you the basic assembly of a Hausmann H-brace style treatment table. For the purposes of this example, we're going to use a Protein by Hausmann model A9092 taping cable. When you receive your table, unpack to make sure you have all the parts needed. Check for damage and that you do not have any tears in your upholstery or any damage to the wood aprons, legs, or stretchers. Your parts should include one upholstered top, an apron set, 2 pairs of left and right legs, 1 long stretcher, 2 short stretchers, 4 hex head bolts, 4 lock washers, 4 flat washers, and 6 socket hex screws. There should also be an Allen key included in your parts bag. You'll also need a 1/2-inch socket set or adjustable wrench for assembly. To begin assembly, lay the table upside down on a smooth, clean surface. You can typically use the inside of the cardboard packaging that comes with your shipment. First, take a pair of legs and lay them next to each other. You can tell that it's a pair, or a left and a right, when the cutout for the stretchers matches up to each other. There are also 2 holes drilled in the corner of the legs that should be next to each other. Take one of your short stretchers and you will notice that one side is not edged and the other side is edged. One has a notch, one only has a hole. You want the notch and the edge side to be facing towards the inside and top of the table. Lay them in place. Use your socket hex screws to loosely fasten the short stretcher to the legs. You can use your Allen key to tighten. Loosely fasten and repeat on the other side. Before completely tightening, take your leg assembly and locate in the corners of the apron set. Take 2 of your hex head screws, your flat washer and your lock washer. Put your lock washer on first, then your flat washer, as shown here. Insert into the corner plate to meet up with the hole drilled in the corner of the leg. Take your second hex head bolt and do the same thing in the opposite corner. Using an adjustable wrench, 1/2-inch socket, or as I've done here, attach it to my power drill. Tighten the hex head bolts until the lock washer flattens out. Your leg set should be very secure at this point. Repeat this process for your other pair of legs and install similarly on the other side of the table. Leave loose at this point. And install your legs with the hex head bolts into the corner of the 8th set. Now you can take your long stretcher, again edged on one side, and install it between your two short stretchers. You want the edge side to be facing down at this point or towards the top of the table. Insert it into the notch in the short stretchers, and using your socket hex screws, loosely fasten to the short stretchers. Using your Allen key, you can now tighten all socket hex screws. That should do it. Just make sure all your connections are tight and secure. You should routinely check all of your connections, both your hex head bolts and your socket hex screws, every few months just to make sure they haven't come loose, and retighten as needed. Let's get it off the table and see how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. Let's take a closer look. If you have any questions on this or any other Hausmann products, you can visit us online at hausmann.com or proteamtables.com.